Mel Dennis here from Domain & Co. I'm sitting here with Helen Adoranti from Argent Law today. Welcome, Helen.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. We wanted to have a chat today with you about a very important document that I recently found out over 50% of the population don't have, and that's a will.
Yes.
It amazed me actually how many people don't. When I started to ask my friends, like, have you got a will? One of my friends was saying the other day they've been through a difficult process with a family member dying because they didn't have a will, and she still doesn't have a will.
Oh.
So it was great to connect with you guys at Argent Law to work out this fantastic deal that we've got on offer for our clients of Domain & Co.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. It's actually quite alarming how many people don't have a will, and you know, the majority of their assets, obviously property, cash in bank, things like that, and they're not covered under the laws. Then it goes by intestacy, so your wishes generally might not be where you want them to be or left to the beneficiaries who you intend it to go to. And it's alarming that the population don't have this information, or if they do, you know, it's something, a bit of a depressing topic to talk about, but I mean it needs to be done, and it's a good process to have.
I guess with so much sadness surrounding someone passing, to then have to go and organise all of their things and their monies and their bank superannuation without that will, even not knowing where to put all that money, it still makes it very hard to access.
It does, it definitely does, and it's who is your next of kin, who applies for it, who fights over it. It's a little bit of a mess, especially if you're trying to go over the trauma of the loved one passing away, then also to deal with all of this as well. Yeah.
And so if you've got, say you say to someone, have you got a will? And they say, well, I've got nothing. You know, they don't own a property. They might be someone who, you know, is in their 20s or 30s and don't have a lot of assets. Is it still important for those types of people in the population to have a will as well?
Well, generally if they're younger, we would always encourage them to make a will, because if your life expectancy is going to be until, you know, 80 or 90, at 30 years old, that's when you're going to start accumulating all this wealth. Well, you would think. So we would always, we'd always say, have a will in place, because you can always change it, and it's always sort of like, think of it as sort of like an insurance thing. So, you know, once you've done it, it's a peace of mind. You've got it in place, and then you can change it or revoke it down the track if you need to.
Absolutely. And so as your life changes, it's obviously important to change your will as well. You get a partner, or you buy extra property, or you create some trusts and companies. It's important that all of that information is in your will too. Now there's another couple of documents, Helen, that are really important to go with your will, I suppose.
Yes, so there's powers of attorney documents. So generally there's two. There's one for financial, which is your enduring power of attorney, and then there's a medical power of attorney. So obviously one's for all your finances, and then one's for all your medical treatment. So generally we would always do all three documents, your will and your two powers of attorney, all at the same time, because it's all part of your estate plan.
Absolutely. And that's, you know, for times where something happens to you that you don't pass, but you're incapacitated to make a decision.
And not necessarily, you can have it when you're incapacitated as well, but also if you travel a lot for work, or you're away for a certain period, or you just can't get to a place, if you give your power of attorney to your partner, they can sign on your behalf, so you don't have to get interrupted, you know, and just if you're away, important decisions like that, obviously you'll talk about it, but that person has your authority to make that decision for you, and it's legally binding.
Fantastic, really great. Now we've got this fantastic offer here that we will attach to the email for you, for your wills and estates planning with Helen. So if you would like to hear about the terrific offer that Argent Law are putting out to the friends and family of Domain & Co, just have a look at this document, the wills and estates. You can click on the link and we'll email it straight to you, attached to an email. But if you're one of those people that doesn't have a will in place, or it's been some time since you've updated it, it's certainly time to visit that. So thanks again, Helen, for coming in to chat with us today.
Thank you.
And get out there and get those wills updated.